We're live.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. It's Monday night, your favorite night of the week to get all your nerdy news from the Nerd On Update, the weekly show where we talk about our favorite nerdy news that matter to us, as well as answer questions from y'all. But before we get too far into it, we're going to chit chat. We'll talk about some things, catch up for the week. You get to be part of the conversation. Tell us about how your week's going. But also, we're just it's a conversation. It's a dialogue piece. It's a podcast. That's
This is like the only time of the week that we actually like hang out because we're also
no, we have scheduled play dates.
Now we do.
But this, I mean, it's a thing. This has just been the longest scheduled thing, because that's how it is to be an adult. And I think I was actually just talking about that at Corey's baby's thingy when I was talking to a bunch of people who I haven't seen in like several months, and then they're like, I feel like years have just gone by, and it's like they have. Everyone goes in different directions and lives their life and does their things. But
yes.
Josh, how's the week been going for you? Anything fun-filled and exciting that's outside of the podcast you want to fill in the lovely, sexy, nerdy people that have come here today?
I started work at the CW. I jokingly said the other day, I got nothing on my plate. And then CW called and was like, hey, we need you. Surprise. And then I got a short coming up and somebody wants me to do some graphic design. A lot came in, but life is good. Life is really good. Got the new agent, booked some video games. What else? That's pretty much it. I've been trying to, when you know things are going to be really busy coming up and you're like, okay, we got some due dates coming up. Nerd On's got some partnership content that we're making, really excited about. But when things are going to get busy, you kind of like, you know what? Next few days, I'm going to play video games because I know I'm not going to for a few weeks. So I'm going to do what I want. So what about you, Tom?
Want my, not trying to, but unintentional shit on your parade. That ideology. For me, when it's like shit's about to hit the fan, I'm like, I have to buy so many groceries and I have to cook all my food.
Well, I know. That's the thing too, is that we are also trying to eat healthy, and so it's like, okay, Sundays are always menu, make the menu, grocery list, and then get the groceries. And then also laundry and make the bed and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, still gotta do the things. Gotta get those things done.
I was at this birthday party thing, and not this same one you and I were at, but this other one in Glendale. And I was talking to these folks, and then someone's like, "Oh my god!" Like someone says that they haven't watched, or someone was like ecstatic because they watched like 50 movies in a year, and then they were like, "Oh, can you believe that?" It's like that's nothing. I was like, bro, that's more than I watched last year. Shit. And I was trying. I was trying. And I think about it, it's that sense of just like, I remember in school, like my professors were always like, why aren't you guys watching all the new movies are coming out? It's like, bitch, I'm fucking taking your class and making films right now. Like, how the fuck do you think I'm going to watch this shit? And I'm in that point too, where it's like when things start happening at my job or anything I'm doing on outside of that, with Nerd On or anything, it's like I'm not watching shit. I'm not playing video games at all. Like I'm just getting my shit in order so I can cook and clean and get laundry and get all my shit together and all that. Because it's weird how much like of a child I still am, where like the week will happen and it'll feel like a tornado blew through my entire like my apartment, and I have to just clean it all up. And like I don't mind cleaning it up on the weekends because it feels like, all right, cool, I'm restoring order in the house of Tom. But I do want to mention one thing. So last week we had a full cast, and I quickly, after we wrapped the show, I was like, all right, I gotta go bye, and I pieced out. I drove to Inglewood.
Ew.
to go to a Century AMC or Century. They're the same thing, aren't they? Went to it. Maybe no, it was a Cinemark. It was Cinemark Baldwin.
Oh, okay.
Because Josh, you know about this. There was a Pan-African Film Festival screening that was happening that night, and Mark Bernardin premiered his short film Splinter that I
I fucking
watched.
kickstarted that. No.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh shit, and I kickstarted back to too. I was looking for your name, and I found my name. I was like, oh fuck, I missed his name then, because it was all alphabetical by first names. I was like, God, who does this?
I even sent him a message after. I was like, if you need a post-production audio engineer, I'm sure he has somebody, but I'm like, if you need post,
he had Moon Bloodgood, and he had Yvette, I forget her last name, from Community, in there. I'm like, this motherfucker got everybody in this bitch. If he could, he probably would have put. And it was good. And like amongst the other films I saw, I was like, what the fuck kind of budget they all got out here? Like, and I hate, like, as someone who struggled to get so much money to make a thing, I'm just like, fuck all y'all guys. Like, y'all, like,
the things that get made. I started a short, fucking Buzz. He asked me to do a short, and he's like, this is the budget, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it because I love you, but it looks really good. It's really good. And I'm like, these things that get made, I mean, fucking our short. I know that you spent money. We spent money, but not like
I mean, I'm talking about,
$30,000.
I think every short film that was there is like ticket price $20,000 at least. At least. Some of these motherfuckers
you could do with that.
Well, like the crazy thing, like Kevin Smith, I think made his first film with $20,000, right? And so like there was a Q&A afterwards, and Mark Bernard actually even said, he's like, the money that like is made for short films nowadays could have made feature films and TV series back in the day for, you know, the same price point. It's just kind of crazy to think about that.
Yeah.
That's what I did. What else has been going on this
I have something
week?
that I think I want to talk to you about. Like, maybe it's a post-show conversation because it's like a longer, like, I had a deep realization about myself.
Okay. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere tonight, so
okay,
we can do that. You know one thing also before we get the show started. One thing okay. Go do your thing. Do your thing.
Well, somebody mentioned Paddington. And it's really important.
Man, fuck Paddington. Anyways,
wow.
When's the third movie coming out? Fucking Toy Story 5 coming out. Fucking stupid. Just kidding now. So what I was gonna say was, yeah, have you seen those typewriter Bluetooth keyboards?
Yeah.
So you can get like one for like $100, and I just started looking because I saw someone have it, and they're like, "Hey, it kind of motivates me to write." I'm like, "That's kind of neat. Maybe I should get one of those things," because I have like this little bit of like this tiny bit of like, you know, tchotchkes.
I think I saw Ryan. Is it Levy? Ryan Colt Levy. He was on our show.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, good for him.
Yeah.
But he had got one. I was like, man, that's sexy. That is
so
sexy.
You can get for like $89 to $125 on Amazon for sure. Everyone go check out our link on our Nerd Onto TV. But also,
but seriously, use our Amazon link because we're actually doing some science right now. Use our Amazon link.
If you're gonna buy anything, fucking anything you buy on Amazon, if you want to support Jeff Bezos,
go to our website, go to partners, go to the partners page. There's an Amazon link. Click that. I don't think the command Amazon works right now. I don't even know if we set it up. Anyway.
Just go to nerdon.tv, go to partners, and you'll see a little Amazon shop through here. That's it. It's easy. It's easy. And then, so anyways, I saw that you can buy like legit remade typewriters that work for computers. They're like $1,000. They're like $1,000 a pop. And I was like, God damn, because you're actually buying like the real metal and shit. I'm like,
the ones that you actually have to like.
Yeah, clink. It's like, I was like, oh shit.
I had a typewriter growing up.
It's a funny thing of like kind of like how vinyl was the only way to buy, like, listen to music, and now it's part of a collectory kind of thing in the scape of the world. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that actually in our news.
Listen, I am about to uninstall Elden Ring because my cousin sent me the video of the streamer that beat Elden Ring doing parallel plays, one on controller and one on a DDR mat, and she beat it, and I'm like, so I'm gonna go uninstall it from Steam right now.
I mean,
Wow.
you know, I don't. I mean, she was probably cool and nice about it. You know, there's toxic people who just like uninstall, you know,
Yeah.
KYS. But
I'm totally kidding, but it was just like, wow. It's like when I see a musician that I'm like, cool, I'm gonna sell my guitar now.
that being said, also okay. Before I know we're kind of like dilly dallying before the show, but I posted a link to on Discord on TV of this old show I used to watch as a kid called Unbeatable Banzuke. Technically, it's Unbeatable Bunske, and they have so pretty much it's 3 obstacle courses, 3 challenges, and then your name gets added to this Bunske. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's all these crazy like challenges. You know, it's like kind of proto American Ninja. It was on G4 TV. I love that fucking show. Like the first episode is literally you have to walk through an entire obstacle course on your hands. It's insane. If I showed you it, you would see it. It's ridiculous. But also, so I'm on like episode 9 now because I'm rewatching the show.
Yeah.
They redo that whole obstacle course with the unicycle.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, Josh, where's your God? Could you do this? But like, I'll send you the episode, but you'll be like, it's fucking insane. It's insane. Like, there's like a wavy bridge. There's like a thing. They have to like hop up like several things. I was like, I don't know if Josh can do that. Obviously, you know, unicycling is more fun and not meant to be a competition thing, but it's crazy to see that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I mean, I think I've posted pictures in the Discord of like the kind of unicycling. I used to mountain unicycle. I used to do like, yeah, I mean like X game type shit. Like I wasn't even as good as some of the guys that I used to ride with. I mean, some of them were just so good, but I can if I practiced. I have one. Like I could ride backwards.
Could you
stomach.
potentially hop on the like hop and then hop to the side?
Yeah.
Could you like hop in higher levels and lower levels?
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
You could probably do this.
Yeah, I could probably do it.
I'll post the video and I'll be like, okay, this is it.
I think I need to make sure that my back is back.
True.
Once my back is back, like, cause I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm gonna take it down and I'm gonna pump up the tire and all this kind of stuff, and I'm gonna do the thing, but I can't feel part of my foot, so I'm like, this might be really weird. I don't know if I could do it. So, but yeah, I'm down. I'm down to.
I'm not saying you should do it, but I'm just saying like you see it and be like, could you do? Like I that's the thing I would always like. That's anime. That's Japanese shit where you're just like the power fantasy. Like I could do that shit. That's why you watch Dragon Ball Z. Like I could do that shit. Yeah. But we'll get into the show.
I'll post those pictures again, T-Dog. I'll find them.
Let's get into the show. I'm already talking, so I'll just do my news first, and it'll lead into Josh's news. So today, actually, there's 2 bits of news for today for me, in particular. Okay. We also got to do clappity claps.
Oh yeah.
So claps for fun. Let's go ahead and get that.
Yeah, claps for fun. This is Josh.
Eat the booty like it's groceries. Let's get claps from the chat, please. But my news, the first bit of news, everyone who is on this stream right now, pour one out for your back, for your age, for everyone younger than you, older than you, because Avatar: The Last Airbender is now 19 years old. So well,
I can't really speak because I got into it in my 30s when we did our episodes, and then I'm like, God, I missed it, but I got it in my life. It's so good. Giancarlo
Volpe, who is one of the main directors for the show, just posted a thing. I was saying like, 18 or no, it turned 18 this year. It said 19 years ago, I was like in line working at King of the Hill, and he's like, can I direct an episode? They said, fuck you, get in line. And then Nickelodeon's like, hey, you want to try this one thing? And then he came in, and it was all history. And I was just like, it's crazy to see like people who are given chances and what they can do with it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Avatar is O, and next thing, also old.
I feel like we have old news, except for like one of my things is not old, but
we have old people news.
Old people news.
The next thing is shout out to all you emo punks or new, it's technically it's new emo. I think like hardcore metal heads actually hated this band when it first came out because it was like the new wave of like metal and rock and kind of led into emo because it was very emotional. But if
Emotions.
if in the end, then Linkin Park and their technically third or fourth album, because I don't know if they count their first demo tape as an album, but it's pretty much Hybrid Theory, Reanimation, then Meteora. And Meteora is one that really kind of solidified them part of like the music, zeitgeist. I think In the End was just, super big at the time, and the rap remix with Motion Man. But Meteora is now having its 20th anniversary, and with the 20th anniversary, they actually released a brand new song called Lost that features
Ooh.
Chester Bennington's vocals. And that was kind of like the, I guess, inception of the idea of re-releasing it, where they're like, hey, there's a never released track from Meteora that was, that has
shit.
Chester in it. And the music video is on YouTube. You can watch it. I think it came out maybe at the time of this recording 7 days ago, so like a week. But it's like a full anime kind of thing going on, but they have like these anime renderings of Chester performing, and it looks like you could definitely see like they pulled from different performances that he had. But it's a really cool kind of remembrance kind of thing. I think anyone that really cares about Linkin Park like myself found a kind of profound moment to be like listening to this guy as if like he was still making the music, which I could only imagine would happen to every single artist that's left us. And you hear music that was never released. But yeah, Meteora now is in 20th anniversary, and just that album is in 20th anniversary, and you can buy it and wherever you want to buy it. But like there's a vinyl collection that's like $90, which is like ridiculous. So you get the remastered vinyl for the original album.
That's awesome.
The new one with the new song, and then also all the demo B-side stuff. And so that's kind of cool. I'm trying to be smart with my money. I gotta pay some things back. I gotta buy a new car at some point.
Trying to be smart with my money.
this economy is not good. I just bought a new bed frame, which is
a real
expensive.
adult purchase.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's got like a cushiony headboard.
That did not sound cushiony, bro.
It was like my last one was straight up wood. So I mean, this is just at least it's actual cushions. I still gotta break it in.
I just feel like this is what cushiony sounds like, Tom. But you were like, it's real cushiony. I was sleeping on cement before, but this is much softer.
It's the meme. Whole lot of woodpeckers can hit that.
That's too funny.
That's my news, Josh.
Right. Yeah, my news. I'll tiger pounce or piggyback on the old people news. Back in the 2000s, early 2000s, I was a emo kid, punk kid, and one of the bands that I truly loved was Yellowcard. Yellowcard, their more famous album, Ocean Avenue, is 20 years old this year, and they are having like an anniversary tour, and that is one of those. I'm trying to be smart with my money because I looked into tickets and I was like, I've got a voiceover demo that I'm gonna make that's not cheap, and I want to get some new headshots. I can't do this, but I can look from afar and be like, that looks cool. But Ticketmaster, no, because there were Spotify pre-sale tickets, and I was like, that would be really cool. Mm-hmm. But I can't, no, I can't do that. So yeah, that's exciting to me. I started listening to, I don't know if you do this when you find out like facts about an album or something like that, like something that's anniversary, and you like go back and you listen to it in your library and you're like, yeah, I kind of remember this. This is like, anyway.
Oh, you mean take a trip down memory lane?
Yeah, take a trip down memory lane. Do you ever do that?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm at that age where like, how they say like when you're older, the synapses to listen to new music and enjoy it kind of like start wearing away. So it's hard to like enjoy new music.
Yeah.
Compared to like the music you grew up with. I'm at that point where it's like, it's very hard for me to like new songs. Like related music news, Paramore is releasing their latest album, and they recently had a
You just
performance
listen
on
to
Jimmy
new
Kimmel.
albums from artists that you've always listened to.
Well, I'm at this point where like I don't know how I feel about the new album because like it's
Oh.
like so like Paramore. I came with them with like on their self-titled album, and they already had Brand New Eyes and everything else before that, and I kind of already knew how the sound went and the kind of the vocals that would be there, or the lyrics that would be there. And then with the self album titled album came out, like that's the first one I actually bought the album and on my iTunes, and I listened to it. I enjoyed it. And then After Laughter came out, and it was so much more like kind of funky 80s ish, 70s ish, pop-ish kind of thing going on. But like all the lyrics were very like same thing. They're very sad and all that stuff, and actually more like kind of like grieving over certain things that like you wouldn't expect from that kind of melody. And then this new one that just came out is like definitely the post shutdown era music like songs and lyrics, but like I don't know how well they clash with the melody. And I saw the performance and it feels the same, but it just looks different. And that's
Yeah.
kind of how I feel about the whole thing. I was like, it looks like Lana Del Rey, sounds kind of like After Laughter, but the lyrics written wise feel like old Paramore, but like how it's performed and then how it's arranged doesn't. And so I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I had to like meditate on that. And it's like, I don't know if that's me. Like,
I get it.
I remember when Linkin Park was like after Meteora, they did Minutes to Midnight, and during the Transformers, and that's when everyone's like, Transformers and Linkin Park. Then after that, they did Thousand Suns, and everyone's like, fuck this shit. It's all like wannabe U2 shit. Yeah, and I'm like, they're changing, they're growing as a band, and like I will give this same grace to Hayley Williams and Paramore. I'm like, they're changing, they're growing, they're the art has to be whatever it is, and I just have to see. I'm like, okay, what can I like from it, or what do I not like from it? I'm not trying to force myself to like it. I'm just trying to force myself to see like where it comes from.
Yeah, one of my favorite bands, the Juliana Theory. They re-released some of their old songs that they're like known for within that community, and but they were new arrangements, they were new versions, and it was a very interesting experience to listen to, because it was almost like a, when you listen to a cover and you're like, it's the song, it's the same song, but it's different, and it's like you almost can't be like, oh, I can't compare them. It's like it's different. It just sound. But the musicians themselves, they've gone on to have like solo careers or like totally different kinds of music, and you're like, good for you. You're growing. But
in that same vein, when Chester passed away, they did a celebration of his life tour or concert, and the lead singer from Sum 41 did his parts for Numb, and then you're like, I like Sum 41 so much, and then you singing Chester's parts is so good because it's that
you're like, I love you, but
artist, but it's like it's different. And you're like, to your point when you're like, it's like a cover. It's like it is like a cover.
Yeah.
But
when you hear like the new singer, this is like over a decade old, but like the new singer of Journey, like I remember when that album came out, and you're listening, and you're like, your vocals sound almost exactly like his, but you're like, but it's not him, and you can hear some differences, and you're like, I don't want to be an asshole here, and I'm not trying to be, but it's like, it's not the same.
Well, the tough thing is kind of like, I think, Corey mentions it, is like when people start making it their own, right? And so like when you hear people make it their own, you're like, okay, cool, this is your take, versus when you're hearing it where they're trying to invoke that same feeling of someone else. It's like, it's hard to not compare. Like, to me, I always think of Troy Baker and his Joker, and you're like, it's very convincing. That's like, this could be Mark Hamill, but there's some moments like, that's not Mark Hamill. And then you're like, all you think about is like, it's not Mark Hamill. Instead of being like, if you watch the Reno Romano, the Batman, that Joker is drastically different. And John DiMaggio's Joker is drastically different. So you're like, oh, that's that Joker. That's their version. And that's totally cool. Like, if anyone tried to do Heath Ledger's Joker, it would seem bad. But when you see it do their own version, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I get all, I just side note, like metal or punk female singers. I just love listening to female singers. They just have an
Oh yeah.
intonation to the voice that I follow a lot of musicians and bands on TikTok. That's where I get a lot of my new music these days. And
Mm.
some there's an emo rising. There is a reawakening. The hashtag elder emos is a thing, and I'm like, I'm here for it, everybody. I'm here for it. My next news before we get to the questions. This is like cautiously optimistic news because I feel like I reported on this like 2 years ago. But it looks like the PlayStation Discord integration is coming soon. Like PlayStation's next big update 7.0 is supposed to be when the integration rolls out. It's in beta right now. I haven't seen any, like, if there's anybody talking about it on reviews, so I don't know, but like there was like a breakdown article that I went through, and it looks easy enough. Like you have to start it on your phone and then transfer it to your console. But I'm really, really interested because so many people that I play games with, like cross-platform, we just switched to Discord, and it's like, do you know how awkward it is to be having your gaming headset and then you have like AirPods or EarPods also, so everybody's on Discord, and it's like the audio quality is just so much better. But anyways, I'm excited about this because I use Discord. I had no idea what Discord was, and when we started Nerd On, we switched to a lot of Discord communication for business, and obviously our Discord, nerdon.tv/Discord. And I've just like, I'm in so many communities now, and I've met so many friends, and I even did a recording session for a voiceover gig, and that's how they were directing me, was through Discord. But anyway.
No, I agree. And the one thing I'll say, and this is like very elitist, non-proletariat saying, is just, that's why you just, and I get it now. This is why you just play PC games.
I didn't get it up until 2022. I made a switch where I was like, okay, you know what? Two of the people that I play games with a lot are PC. They're PC master race. They're always talking me into PC. So I was like, okay, my next game, I'll get PC. I got Elden Ring. I think that was the start of it. I got Elden Ring on PC. And I just, pretty much most games I'm now looking at like, all right, PC. I'm on PC. Like there's just so many things, like immerse gaming, Command Immerse is so cool on PC. There's so many options of like a PC.
Yeah. But also it's kind of like, you know, for me, like I look at 3 screens, and like one's for work, one's for this, one's the side, you know, and it's easy. Like, cool, I have my headphones in, I could have Discord on, I could chat to whoever, I could do this thing, I could watch something on YouTube, all the same place. And, you know, if I have a mixer like a Vocaster, I can change how I want to hear them or where I want to hear them or who can hear them as well. So it's, yeah, I could see why PC gamers definitely like, you know, the whole integration, because it's all in there. It's all just software that you just put in there, and Discord's great. But like, yeah, I remember playing a bunch of Switch games with friends, and it's like, cool, I have to like play the Switch on my TV, then like have my headphones on. It's like, I can't really hear the game, but it's like, you know. So.
Yeah. Well, that is the news. The next part of our show is in which we talk about answering questions. We just talk about answering the questions. No. We answer questions from you, the people, and you can submit questions in so many different ways that I made a page on our website, nerdon.tv/questions. Thank you, T-Dog, in the chat. But the best way, I think, the more direct way that you're going to get our attention, like, hey, bitch, answer my question, is go to nerdon.tv/Discord. There are channels within there, but my absolute favorite way to do it is to join the Nerd On Nation, powered by Patreon, nerdon.tv/Patreon. And you get what we call the Nerd On Nudge. And
for as low as $1.
For as low as $1.
$1.
This perk is available to every tier. If you join the nation, boom. It's just not available on the free tier. You're just like lurking.
10 dimes.
10 dimes. 10, that's too many. Two 50-cent pieces. Do they still do 50 cents? I don't think they do that. Anyway, we answer questions like, hey, Jared, actor. Jared. I almost said Jero D, actor. And I'm like, I know Jared. We go way back. Movie Pass is back, y'all. You signing up?
Okay. Let me tell you about Movie Pass. Let me
Do you
tell you all
remember?
about
Do you
Movie
remember
Pass.
Movie Pass? Do you remember when it came out? And
Bro,
man,
I
it was
destroyed
awesome.
Movie Pass.
I
I
remember.
made I ruined their whole fucking career.
It was because
Like
of you. They went out of business.
I literally shat in their face so hard because I was the jackass who would be like, I lived right next to the fucking theater. Every day I would go to work, come out of work, go to the gym, and then fucking after the gym, go to watch a movie. I don't give a fuck what it was.
You're the guy that cheeses the boss, and it's like, it was there. You
It's
built
not,
it into the game. It was there.
it's my bad. Sorry, maybe you should have fucking thought about that. Like that's that I am. This is why in Magic I play blue black, because it's like, hey, the world's fucked up. I'm going to use it to my advantage.
My local shop, Legacy, was like, because I went there yesterday, and they were like, because I explained what was wrong with my commander deck and who I am as a person, and they were like, and it wasn't even a guy that worked there. It was just a guy that was sitting there sorting his cards, and he was like, "You might be a blue black player." It's like,
no. The only reason I say no is because I don't think you would actually enjoy shitting on someone.
I think we need to actually have a serious conversation, and I need to make preparations for a new deck.
No. The thing that actually has to happen is that me and Corey, amongst other people who have other Magic decks, we need to do the thing where we pass the deck to the left or pass the deck to the right and have other people play the decks. And the thing is, that's when you actually start seeing like, oh, I really like this. I really, really like this. Like
I really suck at this deck.
Well, it's like, if I had your deck, I fucking would hate it. I would hate it because it's just like, I don't want to put guys out and attack every turn. I want to stay up. I want to fucking be able to do shit. I want to block. I want to be the more threatening guy. And I want to be able to just destroy shit on command, and then also like just get in my own bag. But your guy is like, I'm big, I'm strong, I'm the fucking guy you worry about.
Hit me, I dare you.
Well, and the thing is, you have to be the dominating force, and if you're not aggro that way, then you're not gonna like. I have a vampire deck, and I don't like playing with it that much. The way I play with it is like I do anything, I look at you, and then you take 2 damage for no reason.
I had a white-black vampire deck that was pretty amazing. It was that I played on MTGA.
Yeah.
Sorry, I totally stole this conversation just because I got all hyped because you mentioned blue-black, and I went, bing, I have something to say.
No, all good. But the question was
movie pass.
Movie pass. Am I gonna get it? I'll say this: if it comes out and I see how the deals work, look, AMC right now kind of has like the best deal, and I think they have the best formula for themselves so that they don't burn themselves out of the business. You spend $30 a month, you can watch 3 movies a week. Versus Movie Pass, like $7 a month, and you can watch unlimited movies. And then they're like lowering the tiers.
That was so wild.
Well, they're going off in the same way that all memberships work. Is that they expect, like a gym, they expect you to get the membership and then don't use it.
Forget about it.
Yeah, and you're just paying for that shit, right? That's how every one of these streamer services fucking work. They expect that you pay more than you actually get value from. And, just like fucking bullshit Xbox and PlayStation and Switch Online doesn't cost them a fucking thing to keep that shit on and be like, cool, you have to pay now to play online. It's like, fuck you. I don't gotta do shit if I'm on PC. Like, I just have my internet bill.
Dicks.
So that being said, they have that model where it's like they go to these different theaters and they say, hey, we're going to front X amount of money once that happens, and you bill us on each ticket that's purchased and all that stuff. But if you have jackasses like me who are like definitely going to use that thing, then you're fucked. So in my case like this, I would probably be one of the first early adopters to try it to see if it works. If it's affordable, I don't know how much the price points are, but if it's like affordable,
it's a different price for because I looked it up when Jared asked this question. I went on and I was looking at the there's a different price for SoCal. There are much higher prices and much less rewards. But also like I looked, and because Bonnie and I use Movie Pass hardcore too, and it's just not. It's not in any of the theaters that we go to. Americana, Regal, La Cunada. It's not there, and those are the 2 that we kind of go back and forth between. But see, the thing about these movie programs like AMC, they need to have a family plan. They need to have some sort of family plan that it's like for two people, because you can or you can get it, but you'd have to get it for both people if you want both tickets. But it's like, okay, at least one of our tickets is free, but it's like free. But it's like I want one of those things, and we would so use it if they had like a couples package. Like, okay, you get two tickets.
That's what I think Regal had, right?
I don't know.
Because I remember when MoviePass came out and then AMC put their stubs fucking list thing, whatever the fuck, and it was like $39, and then like, so if you and I are on the same thing, then I can like buy your ticket and we can go together. But like, I remember someone had one where it was like, if you had a family, you could be up to 5 members, or if you had some other person, like it technically costs more. It costs like, originally cost like $32, and it was like, Jesus Christ. But then if you added another person, then it's only like $45.
Yeah.
And so it was like, cool, like it's a little bit more steeper on the up for a single person, so it's not a good option for single people, but people for couples or families, it's a really good option.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. Also, we're on the midst of fucking AMC being like, the fucking, if you want good seats, you pay out your ass, bitch.
It's so not gonna I feel like that's gonna be one of those things that they're like, just kidding, sorry.
I mean, at this point, ArcLights are gone. It's going to be Cinemark and Regals, and they're going to be like, what the fuck happened? So I don't know. I mean, I wish ArcLights were back. I now as an adult, I'd be like, I would spend premium to go to a theater that just doesn't have a fucking parent that decided to bring their kid. And I understand babysitters are expensive, and also sometimes your kid acts out randomly, but it's also just like, yo, bro, your dollar is not more than mine.
Yo.
But
next question.
I'll try. Next question.
This comes from Dougler 93. What up? Okay, I'm writing this question while I'm doing my exercises, but what are your favorite exercises to do? Mine is I'm gonna assume that they meant crab. Mine is the squat crab walk. I like stretches. Because right now for me, those are exercises, and they feel real good. If I'm honest, I don't like to exercise. I'm being honest.
How about you lie?
I'm gonna lie to our audience.
Oh, I fucking love it.
I fucking love working out, bro. No, I don't. I've always been one of those people that have had to work really hard to get myself to a place to like, when I'm on like when I did CrossFit, I had to devote myself to be like, it's either all or nothing. I'm going to do it every single day at 7 a.m. or like it, just so I could get into the routine of it. And like, I have to work. I've never been a bro where I like was in a lot of sports or anything. I did track because my other friends did it. I lost a fuck ton of weight too. But in high school, I did track because all my friends did it. And I was like, well, I want to hang out with my friends and I'll run for fun. And I have a really good, endurance. I have pretty good endurance to just like keep going. So stretching. I like stretching. Tom likes all the exercises.
What's up, bro? Here's your bro. No. Favorite exercise. I think I like biceps a lot. I think because with biceps you could do like a lot of variations to them. And so I like right now currently, like, so I really like the preacher curl and I really like the spider curl.
What's spider? I know preacher, but what's spider?
So preacher is like when you're on the incline, right? So your arms, your forearms go like that on incline. But then the spider is if you're on the other side and your body's on the thing, and then your arms just so steep down. So it's just like you're completely hunched over it.
Yeah.
It's better isolation, whatever the fuck. But you could do variations. You could do wide grip, close grip. You could do dumbbell, barbell. And for if you want to do standing or seated curls, dumbbell free weights, you can do hammer. You could do pronate, supinated, regular wide grip curls and all that stuff, or you can do isolated curls. So I like those just because, like, one, that's just the fucking stupid macho bullshit thing that, like, you see movie stars fucking like big fucking arms, big biceps, right? And so you could feel it, see it, it's right, it's so close to your eyes that you're like, yeah, right. So like it helps you get motivated by
Yeah.
seeing that shit. And like there's some people obviously take it to the fucking extreme, like they look at the mirrors a little bit, not to see their form, but just to be like, I'm fucking. And it's like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. And also, maybe you're a physique dude, and you have to like actually learn how to articulate your muscles. I get it.
I get it.
So,
you work out.
Yeah, and so for me, I use it a lot so I can like, was my form right? Can I actually see like any visible, improvements X, Y, and Z? But yeah, so
I would love to like be cast as like a superhero. Like if somebody was like, oh man, you have a great look, I want to put you in my superhero movie. I'm like, cool. Pay me to work out. I'll go every single day. If you want me to, I will do that. I'm the kind of person, and I hate it. I know that it's something, and I hate that I'm complaining about it right now too, because I could change it. You could change it, Josh. But I have to have like help. Like when we were going to the gym, like I had to have you do like it was like it's a mental thing. It's like I wish I had the wherewithal to personally be like, Josh, you like go, but I don't.
I did read this thing because I was looking, because I'm getting stronger and my clothes are fitting a little bit tighter, but like I'm not getting more defined. And I ended up looking on Reddit, or like I just Googled online, like, what's this? And then I found like several different things. All of them, how fucking rude all the comments are. They're like, guess what? You fat. I was like, what the fuck? Like, God damn. Like, so hard. Like, it's literally like you see other guys being like, yo, I've been working out, doing all this stuff. It's like, but I don't get any more definition in my arms. And then everyone's like, guess what? You fat. And it's like, and I was like, shit.
PH fat. Pretty hot and tempting.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. But it's just talking about like there's body fat that's covering your muscle, so you don't see the definition. I was like, Jesus.
I always remember what I learned. You can't outrun a bad diet. So I just like,
you are what you eat.
You are what you eat. So that's what I oftentimes that's what I focus on, is just my diet, because it's like when I'm able to work out, like when I'm able to like actually like do my my cardio and whatnot, like I'm hoping to like, I think the diet is going to be a lot better at that time. Anyway.
No, I mean, I'd say no. Like, if anyone ever had any questions, it's literally just there's more movement and walking around and range of motion in your day, and then just fucking eat a little cleaner. And it's not being like, oh, fucking starve yourself or fucking like do crazy diet, but it's like just make some, smart choices. It's like, instead of this fucking burger, it's like, I mean, the lettuce version of it with no fucking bread, which sucks ass. Or it's like, instead of my life, instead of this sugary ass cereal, it's like, fucking give me the piece of shit oatmeal that I fucking hate.
Raisin Bran without sugar on it.
Instead of like the nice beefy, juicy, the more juicy, fatty chicken thigh, give me the fucking chicken breast. Like that kind of shit. Like if you just do that shit every once in a while, and then fucking just get more.
It's all about the choices that you make, and like I do this thing where it's just like it's all or nothing, and it has to be this thing, and it's like, no, just make a lot of smaller decisions back to back, and then you keep making those decisions, and it's like between do I have this brownie, or like even the difference between having like a brownie with like milk to having, I'm gonna have a bowl of Whole Foods Raisin Bran. It's a lot less calories and it's probably more filling.
Yeah, I mean, and always just look for form health, right? Where it's just like, can you do a pull-up? Can you do a push-up? Can you get yourself off the ground? And these are the things where it's like, just try to do those things. Don't try to be like, strength training is a good thing, but it's like, just get forms functional, where it's like, could you run a mile without feeling like you got to go to the emergency room? It's like, get to that point. Can you power walk a mile? Can you, fucking walk a mile at all? Like, get to those points where it's like, just do that shit. And I think that often like will just be so much more better than like, I got to bench press 5,000 pounds and then my fucking cholesterol's crazy. And then also my, blood pressure is crazy. And it's like, how about drink more water, sleep a little bit, baby. Like that simple, like stuff that's like not crazy out of reach. And I feel like if people started seeing like health and fitness was like that, then it's like cool. It wouldn't have to be this stupid.
I just viewed it as I was training to be
shape.
Batman. I just always said I'm just out here training to be Batman.
Well, there's so many people who do ego lifts, and I fucking hate it. And I'm just like, bro, go lower, get the form right. Like instead of like, no, you could lift as much. It's like I don't fucking give a shit. Like you're always gonna see someone who's stronger and more fit and all that stuff. So it's just like, just do.
But are they tearing their tendons by not doing it the form right? That's what I always focused on. I had to beat it into my head, like when I was doing like Olympic weightlifting, of like how important form is. And like you can fuck yourself if you don't do the right, like it looks weird, but just do it.
Even then, like you also may not be able to get as much as you want out of it. You might be like using too much of your back or too much of your shoulders or too much of your legs, and you're like, you're not going to see anything in your arms or your back or your chest that you're wanting because your form's fucked up. And it's just like, you're cheating yourself out of it at the end of it all. You're not getting the value because you're fucking not doing it right. And you should just go lower and then just get the form right where it's boring to do it. And then put some weight on. You're like, oh, fuck, this is really heavy now.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, moving on. Next question.
Next question comes from Glitch MC. And this is probably the most important question of the night. Why did the chicken cross the road? Age-old question.
Man.
You want to take this first? I mean, it's a really big question.
I was just thinking of a comedy bit that is not in good favor because Louis C.K. is a fucking dumb bastard. So for me, why the chicken cross the road? Because I was gonna fucking come after it and fry it. That's why.
Yeah. I was going to say that too, because Tom was going to cook it and fry it and take it to the next birthday party.
Fried chicken, baby. Fried chicken.
Because he had to live.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because the egg was building the road. What came first? The chicken that crossed the road or the egg that built the road? Just kidding.
Whoa.
No, I mean, I like Glitch. They've added a lot of good, fun questions, but obviously that's a silly one. Want to go some questions from the chat?
Let's do it.
Questions from the chat. First question from Thomas Silario. Shout out. If you could be a bender, what element?
I think we did an episode about this.
We did. We've done a Avatar to the Last Airbender episode, and we totally answer that question. So answer it again for the people. You know how many times?
Because I'm only saying that because I think I would probably change. I don't even remember what my answer was, but I think like now in my life, I want to say air. I think air. I would be an. Do
you think you're still a Gryffindor?
Yeah.
Okay. I know for a fact I have not changed. I'm still Slytherin as fuck, and it's still going to be a firebender that can do lightning.
Yeah, that tracks.
Fucking why not? Powerful shit. Agni Kai, come at me, son.
Bloodbenders. Oh, we got into a whole bloodbender conversation. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Gross. All right.
Next question.
Yeah.
Next question. Mamba, real question. There are a lot of anniversaries coming up. Which one do you wish or is excited to get if they have an anniversary collection? It can be anything from books to games to even food like McRib sandwich. A lot of anniversaries.
I'm going to look this up a little bit.
Also, shout out to Brad in the chat. It's like, I'd love to bend that Fifth Element over some things. You know what I'm saying? Some Leland Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Some love. I'm down with that. I'm down with that for sure. That was like one of the first movies as a kid to watch, and I was like, booby. And I was like, I wasn't supposed to see the booby, but then I saw the booby. It's great. I love that movie, even though it's I wouldn't say it's pretty problematic. It's problematic as a movie, as a plot. And it was actually funny. I was actually talking to my supervisor at work, and he's like, can you actually just ever watch a movie and like not think about it? And I was like, nope. unfortunately I can't. And I was like, if it's a movie that's not meant to be that, I'll still ask questions like, oh, that's a good action sequence. Oh, that's a good performance. Blah blah. Like I won't even ask like, oh, social questions or like subtextual questions, but I'll be
Nope.
like,
Can't do it. I'm looking at acting choices. We started watching something before I came in here to set up. We started watching this movie, and I was like, I literally said it is exhausting us watching a movie sometimes because we're 10 minutes in the movie and we're both going, oh, they're playing. He's playing her. I'm gonna call it. And then by the end of the movie, we're like, called it. Like we're just like working out like motivations and stuff like because we're both like writers or actors or like you read enough plays, you watch enough movies, you just kind of like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen.
But anniversaries, I think I mentioned it with last week's with the Switch. They have the Mega Man Battle Network games Legacy Collection coming out. I'm pretty much excited about that. That's probably the most excited I am about it because I think it's very underrated. I don't think a lot of people talk about it. When they think about Mega Man, they still think of like Rockman and they still think about like the OG, like even X. But even then, X isn't even talked about that much. A lot of people talk about it as like a pretty good platformer, but everyone just thinks of like Rockman as like the fucking guy that charges the gun and shoots it, but not like actually can get boosters and could double jump and like works with Zero. You know, they think of like, oh, it's the one with the fucking the drill guy and like Cutman and fucking Bammer Kawanger. And I was like, there's so much more in the Mega Man lore. And Mega Man NT Warrior, which was Battle Network, was like anime, right? It was like it turned Mega Man to anime, and I was like, I fucking love this shit. And it also became Battle Shonen. So like instead of one person fighting another, it's like cards, or like in Queen's Gambit, it's chess. Like in Battle Network, it was your avatar fighting against someone else's avatar. So actually, Mamba, you're right. I'm wrong. You're right. Okay, I'll take fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th anniversary, treating the Konami Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans the right way, unlike fucking snake ass Wizards of the Coast being a piece of shit. It's probably not Wizards of the Coast. It's probably Bandai. But Konami making so. Josh, you heard about the 30th anniversary for Magic and how they're like had this like, here's this big 30th anniversary fucking thing. It's cost $1,000. You can't even fucking use it.
I can only roll my heads into the back of my head so much. My God.
And Yu-Gi-Oh, they're like, hey, how about we re-release the first 6 booster packs, and you always get ultra rare these god cards that are like really famous and iconic, $30. And it's like, hell yeah, dude, I'm gonna buy like 5 of them.
I can save up my allowance for that. God.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna buy 5. Give me. Like I remember I did that too at Legacy. I was like, hey, how much does that cost? Like $10. Like, give me 10 of those. I was like, just give me 10 of those. And they're like, okay, here you go. I was like, hey, let's go. Adult money time. So I ain't gonna do that shit for $1,000 or shit I can't even play. Fuck that. Whereas this, like, oh, I can get some OG iconic cards that are gonna have like new value on that shit. And it's like,
fuck that, bro. Fuck that.
That's as the kids say, that's some Sigma. Right? That's how you do it. That's Riz.
So I have this like. So I wasn't really like aware of any anniversaries. One cool one I found that I thought, I used to be really big into baseball and I used to collect a lot of baseball cards. And this year's the 90th anniversary of the first All-Star, the MLB All-Star game. I think it would be cool to have like a collection of baseball cards of like cards from those players. But then I just found out that like movies like School of Rock are turning 20 years old. I'm like, wouldn't it be cool? Like I loved School of Rock. I thought it was great. And I saw the Broadway show. But it'd be interesting. Like you get the movie and then you get like probably nowadays a vinyl of the soundtrack or something like that. That would be cool. That'd be pretty cool. 25 years, The Wedding.
The Wedding Planner by Jennifer Lopez.
The Big Lebowski is 25 years this year. 25 years.
Too bad we did an episode.
No, I'm not.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie. Anyway.
I'm gonna do one quick question from T-Dog 82 because it's kind of like a side question. What's that one you push against a machine with your forearms into your chest? I'm assuming it's this guy. This is a machine. I'm pretty sure it's called Pec Deck. And you could do that same one with the handles as well. I like the handles because I never actually use the handles. I just curve my arms in because I can get better contraction with your chest. This one here is kind of like you really have to like put like shoulders into it, when normally if you would do a chest workout, you want your chest out. So that's all I'm gonna say. But let's do this. This is the last question of the night.
Just a second. Yeah, let me show Brad something.
Okay. Josh, would you get a 24? I see. You'll see.
Yeah, last question, but Big Lebowski.
There it is. The Lebowski.
The Lebowski.
Get Sarsaparilla.
This is the 10th anniversary limited edition. This
Jesus.
is 15 years old. What the? I've had this for 15 years. Do you ever look at your possessions and go, oh, that's really cool. I wonder. That was 15 years.
Bro. It's Flick from fucking Bug's Life. I have an action figure from a toy that's probably older than Ethan in the chat.
I've had these. This is C-3PO and Yoda, like the OG Star Wars action figures. I've had these since I was a kid, and I know absolutely Corey would like own us in the because I could probably get my old Legos. My brother, I think, still has my fucking thing of Legos that I've. Anyway, last question.
Last question of the night. So Bad Reprint asks, the Nerd On Twitch emotes have been the same for a while. What are some new ones you'd love to add given the chance? I'm gonna say a funny story. My boy MX Raff, you see him in the chat. He came through for us on our live show that many years ago. He's one of my oldest friends of all time. I got him into Magic. He actually suggested, he's like, hey man, can I make an emo for you? I'm like, hey man, sure. I don't know how to fucking make all that shit. I don't even know how to add it. So Josh, if you fucking tell me how to fucking add it, I'll start wheeling and dealing, telling people, hey, make me some shit.
It's actually really easy, but yeah.
And he made a one that's called DC Boy, and this was back in the day, and like back in the like 2, 3, 4 months ago. And things changed, and
you are no longer the DC boy. Is that what you're saying?
No, man. They, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. But Ethan put the picture in the Discord, and that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm like, I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna. Until maybe until I get the keys to the kingdom. That's So there was a emote that I wanted to use in there, but not no more because there's no point. No point on it. So, but if I can have an emote that I would want, what would it be? I'd want something fucking stupid, like. Maybe like a PSP, and then if it can fit it, it would say, "That's cinema." It's like to watch a movie on a PSP. Like that's what I would want. But just like I just want it to be a meme where it's just like, "That's cinema." Like that's what I would want.
Our house sitter recently, we were visiting family in Arizona, and we came back, and we have 4K setup, and I could never figure it out with the Apple TV on how to actually get it into 4K. There was always a delay. And we got back from this trip and we were like, why is everything so clear? Like, what is happening? And I texted her and she was like, oh yeah, I messed with the settings and fix it. And I was like, what the fuck? It's so good. Anyway, emojis. Yeah, Paddington would be pretty sweet. A Big Lebowski. That was like, oh, that's just your opinion, man. I feel like it would need to be stream moments that like people know.
Yeah, I mean that's why like I want like whenever stupid shit or bad shit happens or like funny shit, like that's cinema. I think that's perfect.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. If anything, oh man, if I can have like a very old, creepy looking man, that's just my Mungus man, my McMungus. I mean, I might want to I might want to Joey Wheeler, but it's me. It's like dual monsters. What else is there that could be that I'd want? I mean, I guess fucking me as a wizard man with the orb. I don't know if you've seen my like Venmo. I've changed my image to where it's me with the orb that the chat fucking
I love it.
photoshopped. That
Shout
I was
out
like,
to Julie,
all
right? Julie, did Julie do that?
Did Julie? I think maybe it was Julie. Yeah, but I was like, yeah, I use the Amazon link years before buying. Wait, hold on. There, someone put a link in the chat, and now I'm like, oh my god, Game Boy Advance. Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about like you can watch things on Game Boy, and I was like, yeah, that's back in the day. I remember that. Like I was all about that shit.
Somebody posted a video of playing Elden Ring on like one of those old ass TVs. That was just like one of those like handheld that like when you're at work and you're wanting to watch the game, it's just like this like, yeah, yeah.
Let me see if I can find my orb picture. Hold on. There it is. My orb pic. Hold on, let me change the brightness.
Yeah.
Let me change the brightness. Nope. Yeah, it's me with the orb.
I love it.
That's I would have it. And so yeah, I mean that's McMungus.
I don't always remember the stream events. Like the thing, like I thought about what we should start doing is that there are some really truly funny things that happen on our streams. We should be fucking editing them and putting them on our TikTok or Instagram of like the clips that people catch us like, no, well, I said it. It's already out. Shouldn't have said that.
Oh, I love those moments.
Yeah, it should be edited into like TikTok format and put it on Instagram and YouTube Shorts and stuff. Business talk.
I'm putting some stuff on there. You put that stuff on there if you want.
Yeah, I just need to edit them. Just need to do it.
Yeah.
After my current to-do list. I think that's it. That's all the questions.
Yeah. Well, everyone, we're going to go ahead and raid somebody.
Yeah, we are.
Josh, you want to sing us out?
Of course I do. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. If you're lurking, I love you. Hi. I see you. If you're new to us, check out our website, nerdon.tv. It has all of the... Oh, no. We just got raided.
And did we just get raided?
Yeah, we did.
I thought we were going to start a raid.
No, we just got raided.
By whom?
Alexa Bossum, thank you so much for the raid.
I'm about to raid them.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, no! Oh, we started a raid? Oh.
No, we started a raid. Okay, we started. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, no, I'm starting a raid with
just
them.
kidding.
Okay,
just
cool.
kidding. It looks weird on my...
Jesus. Okay,
gotcha!
we're going to start a raid. Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna rate. Everybody,
Okay.
Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Check out our website. Just spread the nerdy love. Take care of yourselves. Drink your water. I'm gonna go to the end screen.
The Twitch term word to use in the raid word orb. Orb.
Yorb. Okay. Bye.